command pattern. It starts with an invoker, which at its most basic, is a thing that needs to tell another thing to do something. The command in the command pattern is how the first thing tells the second thing what to do. An invoker is typically described as a UI element, a button, a switch, or a menu item. An invoker does not have to be limited to a UI element, though. It can be an event listener or some other abstract thing. The only requirement in the command pattern is that a number of invokers need to tell a number of things what to do. Thing number 2, which combined with some action make the command, is called the receiver. It receives the message to perform an action. The client code, usually an app, puts all of it together. It builds instances of the receivers, like robots or cameras that are on the robots. It assembles the commands, and it assigns commands to invokers. Let's take a look at what that looks like in code, in Dart code. All right, we need a script. We'll run some Dart code. Our client code will just go inside the main function entry. Start with a robot, which will be our receiver. Robot's going to be a fairly simple class. It's going to take some XY coordinates. Start off at 0, 0. The initializer is nothing, doesn't need anything. We need to be able to get the location at any given time to report on how we're doing. And we need to be able to move in various directions. For that, we'll use an enum direction. Just use our 4 compass points for that. There we go. Now we need a switch statement to move in different directions. So we'll switch on the direction. In case of direction north, we'll increase our Y by 1. In case of direction south, we'll decrease it by 1. Direction east, we'll increase our X by 1. And our direction west will decrease our X by 1. All right, so that's our robot. That's going to be our receiver. Next up is our invoker. We're going to need a couple of buttons to test this stuff out. Start with the button up, and the command that we're going to send it is that we want to move in direction north. When we hit the up button, we want to go north. Conversely, when we hit go down, we want to move direction south. When we hit the left button, we want to move west. And when we want to hit the right button, we head east. Now we actually need to create a button class. Simple enough. It's going to take a name. I'm not going to do anything with that for now, but we're also going to take a function, which is going to be an action. Create a simple constructor for it. And when we press that button, we're going to say, call that action. So we're going to do button up, press. We'll move up twice. Then we'll go down once. Then we'll go left, right. And then we're going to print our location. As we move up twice, then down once, we're actually changing our Y position up by 1. And if we move left and right, we're not actually changing our X position. So our end result should be 0, 1, which it is. And if we go back, add another up, then try it again, we end up with 0, 2. So everything seems to be working. Great. That'll do it for our introduction, or rough cut, I guess, to design patterns in Dart. Messing around with the command pattern. There will be more to follow, I'm sure. Thanks. As we move up twice, then down once, we're actually changing our Y position up by 1. And if we move left and right, we're not actually changing our X position. So our end result should be 0, 1, which it is. And If we go back, add another up, then try it again, we end up with 0,2. So everything seems to be working. Great. That'll do it for our introduction and rough cut, I guess, to design patterns in Dart, messing around with the command pattern. There will be more to follow, I'm sure. Thanks.